Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Yeah. Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Craig's Stuff. My name is Craig, and this is some of my stuff. Today, we are taking a look at the brand new Star Wars Black Series Bib Fortuna action figure. I don't really do a lot of Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series, Hasbro, that kind of stuff, reviews on my channel. Normally because I feel like everybody does those reviews, and I try, especially because I only post one video a week, I try to post something that maybe less people are doing. But obviously I still collect those figures because I still like them a lot. But this guy came in the mail, and I'm very excited for this. This was actually on my top 10 most wanted characters. I think he was on my top 10 most wanted Black Series figures either a year or two ago whenever I did that video. So very excited about this one. Originally announced, I thought he looked a little weird, but then up close, he's looking fantastic. I think they did a great job. This figure looks to be like a whole new sculpt. And unfortunately, recently, Black Series figures have been kind of weak overall. The newer ones, anything that has been a new sculpt has been great, especially figures like Cad Bane, and some of the troopers have been really good. Like the new the Echo, the Bad Batch figures were great. So I mean, stuff that's all new parts have been fantastic. But when they continue reusing old stuff from 10 years ago, you can really see the age on those parts, especially Star Wars, Marvel Legends too, but really Star Wars. So hopefully we start seeing those parts being completely phased out, which would be the way to go. Although with the train wreck that was Black Kirsten or however you pronounce his name, maybe that's further away than I would have hoped. Anyway, Bib Fortuna here. You got pretty much your standard Black Series packaging, the new modern package with the cut on the side. You got Bib Fortuna there. This is in a green package, so it's Return of the Jedi. Then, of course, you have the back, same with the art and a little bit of a bio there. And yeah, I think without further ado, let's pop this sucker open. Alrighty, so here's our boy Bib, but before we talk about him, we got to talk about his accessories, which I'll be honest, I don't even have a clue what these are supposed to be. Maybe glasses, like drinking glasses. I honestly don't know. If anyone in the comments wants to let me know what these are, I just don't know. And they look fine, I guess. I don't know what they're supposed to be, so I guess he's supposed to hold them. I really don't know. I'm gonna have to look at some photos from the movie. I think I feel like they're probably glasses. He's in the Jabba's palace drinking or whatever. Those are so these are a thing that he came with. This is honestly a very lame assortment. But then again, what do you want him to come with? I mean, Bib Fortuna is not really the most dynamic of characters, so you don't really need extra hands or anything like that. I mean, I don't know. It's a thing. All right, now moving on to the figure. Alrighty, so here's our boy Bib, and I'll be honest, he looks really good. Sculpt-wise, this figure is fabulous. I think his head looks gorgeous. There's a lot of sculpted detail. The tentacle looks really wrinkly, and his head looks all crazy looking, and it's really cool. And then his robe here looks good. Although I'll be honest, I think this is insane that this isn't cloth, because you're not going to be able to move him at all. This is going to hinder him almost 100%. Luckily, Bib, like I said before, is not really a dynamic character. His only job is just to stand there, and because of the robes, it's gonna be able to do that pretty easily because his feet, doesn't really matter. His robe can always just hold him up, no big deal. So yeah, I mean, it looks really nice. I think that it's just like I said before, this is a very modern Star Wars Black Series figure, so it's all new sculpt. Everything looks to be completely new sculpt. This, they may have, even this I don't think they used before, the legs. Those look new to me. which is pretty cool. Also, this cape or cloak looks to be completely removable. Yep, it is completely removable. So if you wanted to take this thing off, you can. And then underneath, you see his, like, smaller robe. But, like, you never, ever see Bib, like, look like this. Also, he looks really weird like this because his head is so damn big. So it just looks really awkward if you take this thing off. Also, this thing is really just strange looking. The way they did this thing to get, like, put this together, like... Look at this. Inside it has like these little like notches that this thing attaches to. I guess that way you can move his arms a little bit more, but then it just looks awkward. So you just want to plug these pieces in, and that's how the two parts attach. I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. It looks nice, but yeah. My favorite part about this figure, though, is definitely his head. I think it is really gorgeous. His eyes look really good. I love that you got this blue wash over it just to really bring out that detail. It's really, really cool. I like that a lot. Now let's put this thing back on and we can talk about articulation. All right, so once that's on, you're basically not going to be able to do much at all with him because this thing is just going to hinder him completely. All right, so for Bib's head... He does look up a little bit. He looks down a little bit. It's very hard to move because, of course, he's being hindered by his tentacles on his head. He does look side to side, and he does go all the way around. He's actually on two different head joints, so you can see here on the top, there's a ball joint that attaches to the top of his head and the lower neck joint. So he has that double section for the neck and head, which is very nice. And it's nice to see that on a modern Hasbro figure. His arms pretty much, I mean, you can kind of stick them out the side here, and you can get them up to about there. Although you can see it's started to tear a little bit just from posing. So definitely want to be careful not to rip it because, you know, now I just ripped mine a little bit, so you can see a tiny little tear in there. So that's kind of horrible, actually. Now, if it goes out, it's going to go out. It has the ability to go out all the way, but without tearing it, it looks like that's about as far as you're going to get. Then he has a single jointed elbow. He does spin at the elbow. There's no upper bicep cut. Then at the wrist, he spins and he goes backwards and he goes forward. At the waist, he does spin. He has a little bit of crunch forward, a little bit of crunch back, not really too much. Does go side to side, pretty good amount actually. You get a little bit of motion. It goes all the way around because it's nice on that ball joint, which is great. Love that. And for his legs, which you really can't see too much, but he does have an upper thigh cut there. He actually has double jointed knees, which aren't going to be able to do anything because he's got this robe on, so there's like no point for having double jointed knees, but he does have them. And they look pretty solid, actually. You probably could get a solid bend out of those double joints. Then he spins at the ankle. There's actually an ankle spin. Then the feet do go forward and back, although not really much because his pants hinder it. So you really can't do too much with the feet. And then there is ankle pivot as well. Bib stands just about 6.5 inches tall. Here he is next to the McFarlane Geralt from The Witcher. Here he is next to the SH Figuarts Majin Vegeta. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Gibbon. Alrighty, so overall, it's alright. I mean, I do like to have the figure. I'm glad to have a Black Series Bib Fortuna. I think it's a gorgeous looking figure. But it really, really suffers from articulation. It's pretty much a statue. I mean, you can't do almost anything. You can, honestly, realistically, like, this is about all you're going to be able to do with him. You're going to be able to move his arm up and down. You're going to be able to move his head around to get different, you know, make him look in different directions, which is fine. And luckily, Bib, you know, doesn't need to do much. He's not, you know, not running around. He's not fighting with a lightsaber. So, in reality, it's not that big of a deal. You could probably even get him into a like a walk pose if you wanted him to just kind of, you know, just be walking a little bit. You can have him do that, and that's pretty much about the most you're going to do. What I really wish is that it was cloth. I think it's insane to that this is not cloth. I understand the costs that go into adding cloth, but like, I don't know. You could make up costs somewhere else. I mean, you use it on all the vintage series figures have cloth. I know they're smaller, but they have cloth. These are also more expensive. So now the prices are going up. So, I mean, I don't know. I just wish that we could, this could have been cloth. It would have been pretty much perfect then if it was just cloth, but because it is a really nice looking figure. Anyway, if you like this review, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Please check out my Instagram. It's at Craig Stuff. Check back every Friday at noon for brand new videos. I will see you guys next time. Later.